We've all been there. You're scrolling online, feeling a bit down, and suddenly a shiny new gadget or a trendy outfit catches your eye. Before you know it, it's in your cart and you've hit purchase. This immediate gratification, often triggered by emotions like boredom, stress, or even excitement, is a classic example of impulse spending. It's a pervasive habit that can have significant detrimental effects on our financial well-being. These emotionally charged decisions often lead to purchases we later regret, items that sit unused in a drawer, or worse, accumulating debt. The short-term high of acquiring something new quickly fades, leaving behind a lingering feeling of guilt or financial strain. This cycle can be incredibly difficult to break, as the emotional triggers that lead to impulse spending are often deeply ingrained. Recognizing these patterns and the pitfalls they create is the first crucial step towards regaining control of your finances. Consider the common scenarios: retail therapy after a tough day at work, buying expensive coffees every morning because you're stressed, or signing up for subscriptions you don't truly need due to fear of missing out. These seemingly small, isolated purchases can compound over time, silently eroding your savings and preventing you from achieving your long-term financial goals. Impulse spending driven by emotions often bypasses logical consideration of need versus want, affordability, or long-term value. It's an act governed by immediate desire rather than careful planning. This can lead to a distorted sense of your actual financial capacity, making it challenging to budget effectively, save for important milestones like a down payment or retirement, or even cover unexpected emergencies. Understanding this powerful connection between our emotions and our spending habits is fundamental to developing healthier financial behaviors. The concept of pausing before spending is remarkably simple, yet profoundly effective. It's essentially about creating a conscious delay between the impulse to buy something and the actual act of purchasing it. Instead of immediately reaching for your wallet or hitting that buy now button, you deliberately take a moment, or even a few hours or a day, to consider the purchase. This isn't about denying yourself entirely, but rather about injecting a much-needed moment of rational thought into what is often an emotionally charged decision. Think of it as a circuit breaker for your spending habits. This pause allows you to step back from the immediate gratification of the purchase and evaluate whether it truly aligns with your financial goals and needs, rather than just a fleeting desire or a reaction to external pressures like advertising or social media. It empowers you to be an active decision-maker, rather than a passive consumer. The immediate benefits of integrating this simple pause into your spending habits are substantial and quickly evident in your wallet. Firstly, it drastically reduces instances of buyer's remorse. How many times have you bought something on a whim, only to regret it later? A pause allows you to critically assess if the item is truly necessary, if it offers genuine value, or if it will simply clutter your life. Secondly, it helps you differentiate between needs and wants. That designer handbag might feel like a need in the moment, but a brief reflection often reveals it's a want that can easily be deferred or foregone. Thirdly, this pause often uncovers alternative, more affordable solutions. You might realize you already own something similar, or that a cheaper, equally effective option exists. Finally, and perhaps most powerfully, it cultivates a sense of control over your finances. Each time you successfully pause and make a more considered decision, you reinforce a positive habit, which in turn leads to less impulsive spending, more money remaining in your bank account, and a greater sense of financial peace. Now, let's move into concrete, actionable strategies you can implement right away to identify and avoid those pesky unnecessary purchases that nibble away at your financial goals. One of the most effective techniques is the 24-hour rule. Before making any non-essential purchase, especially for items over a certain amount you predetermine, say, $20 or $50, commit to waiting a full 24 hours. During this waiting period, you can assess whether the item is truly a need or just a fleeting want. Often, the urge passes, and you realize you didn't need it after all. Another powerful strategy is creating a detailed budget and sticking to it. This isn't just about tracking where your money goes after you've spent it, but proactively allocating funds to different categories. When you have a clear budget, every potential purchase is weighed against your allocated limits, making it much easier to say no to impulse buys that would derail your financial plan. Consider using budgeting apps or even a simple spreadsheet to keep track of your spending in real time. Beyond the 24-hour rule and budgeting, cultivating a habit of intentional shopping can make a significant difference. Before heading to the store, physical or online, make a precise shopping list and commit to only buying what's on it. Avoid browsing aimlessly, as this often leads to discovering items you suddenly need. For online shopping, resist the urge to save your credit card information on websites. The extra step of manually entering your details can provide just enough friction to make you reconsider an impulse purchase. Furthermore, analyze your spending patterns periodically. Look back at your bank statements and identify categories where you tend to overspend impulsively. Are there certain times of day, moods, or online platforms that trigger these purchases? Once you identify these triggers, you can develop specific countermeasures, like avoiding browsing those platforms during vulnerable times or finding alternative, free activities to uplift your mood. By integrating these deliberate steps into your daily routine, you'll build robust defenses against unnecessary spending. Now, let's explore proactive methods to cultivate smarter money habits, paving the way for robust long-term financial health. One foundational strategy is to implement a strict budgeting system. This isn't about deprivation, but about intentionally. Start by tracking your income and expenses rigorously for a month or two. Categorize every dollar spent, from fixed costs like rent and subscriptions to variable ones like groceries and entertainment. Once you have a clear picture of where your money is going, you can then allocate funds to different categories, ensuring that necessities are covered first, savings goals are met, and discretionary spending is within reason. Consider using budgeting apps or spreadsheets to simplify this process, making it more engaging and less daunting. Regular budget reviews, perhaps weekly or bi-weekly, are crucial for adapting to changing circumstances and identifying areas for improvement. This consistent awareness empowers you to make informed decisions about your spending and actively guide your finances rather than letting them drift. Furthermore, understanding your financial goals, whether it's buying a house, retirement planning, or starting a business, will further solidify your commitment to smart money habits. Beyond budgeting, automate your savings and investments. This set-it-and-forget-it approach removes the temptation to spend money that you've earmarked for your future. Schedule automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings or investment accounts immediately after payday. Even small, consistent contributions add up significantly over time thanks to the power of compound interest. Think about setting up different savings accounts for different goals: an emergency fund, a down payment fund, a vacation fund, to keep things organized and motivating. Another powerful habit is embracing delayed gratification. Instead of instant impulse purchases, institute a cooling-off period for non-essential items. If you see something you want, wait 24 or 48 hours before buying it. Often, the initial desire fades, and you realize the purchase wasn't truly necessary. Regularly educate yourself about personal finance. Read books, listen to podcasts, or follow reputable financial advisors. The more you understand about investing, debt management, and financial planning, the more confident and capable you'll become in making decisions that contribute to your long-term financial well-being. These habits, when practiced consistently, build a strong foundation for financial resilience and freedom. So, let's bring it all together. We've talked about the sneaky ways our emotions trick us into impulse spending, recognizing those triggers, and then, crucially, hitting that mental pause button before you pull out your wallet. Remember, that pause isn't about deprivation, it's about empowerment. It's about giving yourself the space to differentiate between a fleeting desire and a genuine need, to consider the long-term impact of your choices, and ultimately, to align your spending with your financial goals. We've equipped you with practical strategies, from the 24-hour rule to the power of a shopping list and the importance of tracking your spending, all designed to help you regain control and build healthier financial habits. These aren't abstract theories, they are actionable steps you can start taking today, right now, to see a tangible difference in your financial well-being. The journey to financial freedom isn't about grand gestures or overnight transformations, it's about small, consistent, and conscious decisions. Each time you successfully pause before a purchase, you're not just saving money, you're strengthening a muscle, the muscle of financial discipline and intentional living. Don't wait for a new month or a new year to begin. The most effective time to start implementing these strategies is right now, with your very next spending decision. Challenge yourself to apply the pause before spending concept to even the smallest purchases, and observe the immediate shift in your mindset and your bank account. Your financial future is a direct reflection of the choices you make today, and by embracing these new decision-making processes, you're actively investing in a more secure and prosperous tomorrow.